Okay. Let's try this one again. Okay. We have removed... Sorry, I had just finished filming a video and I realized I screwed up. Okay. Door panel just got removed. I'm going to point to all the positions on the door itself as to where this thing attaches. It's raining out. I don't feel like hanging outside the car and doing all the filming, so we're going to be filming inside the vehicle kind of thing. We have removed this switch panel. Pressure right there will remove the plug assembly so you can pull this out. This gets pulled straight out once you remove a screw. There's a screw in there. So there'll be one in here on the armrest pad. There's one down in there. There's another one right there. That's for the door handle assembly, which is that. You also, once you have this out, you pull it towards the front of the vehicle. You pull it slightly forward, and it pulls out just enough to access these two clips. These clips on the back take these little control rods, there and there, and they slip into those little connections. They simply, when the rod slips in, do the top one. Top one. And it simply clips on. You want to push it back, pull the control rod out, and boom, you're done. That's done. Someone has removed the weather barrier in here. Makes it a little easier for me to access everything, but fortunately there's this nice tacky glue everywhere, which I'm thinking at some point I'm going to reseal up. I don't know how yet. I might get some plastic drop cloth shield or maybe just a trash bag. But there is 1, 2, and down along the bottom there should be, okay, there's 3 along the bottom. There's 1, 2, and 3 along the bottom of the door panel assembly underneath here. There's 1, 2, maybe there's just 2, but there's 2 here, 1, 2 or 3 down at the bottom. There'd be 1 through the door handle, 1 down inside the armrest where the window switch sits, and then there's 2 along the back edge of the door panel, and the door panel just pulls out and away. My vehicle, the window does not roll down, but it moved, but the motor still moves, so I figured there wasn't the problem with the motor, it was the assembly. So I went to go lower the motor and I realized the slider worked. And if I can get in there, it snapped here and here. Okay? So what we're going to do today is use some of this here quick steel. You know, some people use JB Weld and cold weld and all kinds of stuff. I've used this before in exhaust and it seems to work pretty good. See if I can get this package out. There we go. Comes in a tube. Used quite a bit of it last time on my project, but that's basically it. It's 2 different materials, 2 different chemicals, and you cut off what you need. You mush it together. You mold it like it's Play-Doh. Kind of brings back the kid in you, and you mold it around whatever you need to mold it around. Now this particular window, I'm planning on lowering the glass itself down to that point so I can mold this stuff around it. Unfortunately, because it's raining, I need to double check the conditions on whether it needs to be completely dry or not when I do this install. So I'm going to hit pause, and part 2 will be after the repair has been done. But again, it's just like Play-Doh. You mold it around the part that you want to fuse. I went to the auto parts store and the guy tossed me a little cube of it because I asked him, well, does this stuff, what does this stuff harden like? Is it strong? He tossed me this little chunk that had a penny wedged inside it. And I mean, I couldn't bust it loose. He gave me a pair of pliers and I couldn't pull it out. So I'm like, cool, that works for me. as long as there's a slight gripping surface. Because the alternative, from what I understand, from going online to multiple websites and speaking to multiple car parts stores, AutoZone, O'Reilly, Advanced Auto, none of them carry the part that I need, which is that little clip down there, those two clips. None of them carry it. And then I went to a couple of websites that dealt with Hyundai forums, and they said that the only option is to replace the entire window glass with that clip still attached to it, because the glue that holds it on is a special glue that you can't really buy, and it will not, anything you can buy in the store will not hold to glass because the glass surface is so slick. So that's my options. I either buy a whole new door glass, I can buy a junkyard door glass, but that'd be worrying about those clips breaking again on me, and I don't like to have to redo or repair twice. Pisses me off more than anything. So go ahead and get this done. I think there was also supposed to be a screw there. So I think there's one there, one there, and a couple on the bottom and a couple on the side. I'm not sure if the ones on the bottom have broken off and broken away or not, but like I said, someone's been into this door before me, so it made it just a hair bit easier for me. So I'm going to remove that switch assembly, get that out of there so that I can not worry about it getting damaged by the rain that's coming down, because I don't know if you guys can see on the windshield, the rain's coming down. But yeah, I'm going to check my directions real quick, and then I'm going to go on about my business and see if I can get this thing molded around those clips. And part 2 will be after the mold is done, and hopefully it has been cured, and I will show if it works or not. So it's kind of like a review for Quick Steel, as well as a quote-unquote possible repair. Now the other thing I've noticed while working on this car is there is a nut there, and there. And right inside there would be the power window motor. So you'd have to undo those 3 bolts, or nuts, pull the whole motor assembly, along with the regulator, which mounts these 2 right here, and those 2 down there. You can see them, those 2, and those 2. And I would remove that little doohickey, the armrest brace, to get it out of the way. Be easier for you to work on. But the whole assembly, which is the vertical slider, and the motor, power assembly, motor assembly, which is back there, I would remove that whole assembly and pull it out, which you can see there's a connection right there for it, as well as this is wiring for door switches and all other odds and ends related to the door. So I'm going to get started on that, and I appreciate you guys watching the video. And as I do repairs on this car, hopefully you guys can enjoy my videos. Thank you.